Hello, everybody, and welcome to the October 1st, 2018 edition of the Ephrom Josine Show. I am your host, Ephrom Josine. So, Brett Kavanaugh's vote has been delayed for another week. It will officially happen this Friday, which will actually also be the 100th episode of the Ephrom Josine Show. So, in a way, it all worked out. All those delays, me having to do 2 5-day weeks, Brett Kavanaugh going on for a month, it was all because there are fans of this show in the Senate. And they wanted the 100th episode to be me realizing that despite the fact Brett Kavanaugh is a sexual abuser who possibly committed rape, he's still going to be confirmed anyway. I'm also writing a series of columns in 4 parts for October over at the Ephrom Report. That's ephromjosine.blogspot.com, which is all for the midterm, so check those out every Monday for the month of October. But wait, I hear you say, how could they be investigating him when they need a Senate majority to do that and Republicans have the entire Congress? Why, I'm glad you asked. You see, you can thank that on Senator Jeff Flake, who decided to vote for the FBI being allowed to investigate Kavanaugh, rightfully in my opinion, mind you, because a woman told him to in the elevator. If that's all you need, can somebody talk to him in an elevator and get him to support Medicare for all? Let's do that, please. However, Jeff Flake, who, if you do not know, is retiring after this year because Donald Trump, the man he votes with 90% of the time, is not good enough as a president, is an embarrassment to him. But wait, he also compared Trump to Stalin, yet he votes with Trump 9 out of 10 times. It's good to know Jeff Flake's proud to be on the Politburo. But anyway, he directly said he's only doing this because he's not running for re-election this year, which essentially makes him spineless and proves he has no interest in representing the people of Arizona. Now, mind you, I still do think he did not even really the right thing, honestly. Because whose mind is going to be changed by this? This next week of investigations isn't going to do anything but delay the vote further. And that's what the Republicans want. So they can blame the Democrats, despite the fact one of their own is the reason for this. And they have the majority that could have stopped this at any time. And they really could have used their majority at any time to stop this whole process and have just confirmed him a month ago. But in order to make a big show about it, and they're probably also going to nominate someone worse than Kavanaugh as a result, such as Bernadette or, heck, maybe even Sekulow. He's been chilling in the background. So what I'm saying here is, look behind the curtain. However, I'd also like to focus on the fact that no one's mind is going to be changed by this. If you don't believe me, you didn't watch Face the Nation this Sunday, as Lindsey Graham had an interview where he talked about it, and he directly said his mind is not going to be changed, no matter what the FBI finds, in his own words. So even if the FBI finds proof that the worst accusations about Kavanaugh are true, which includes him running a gang that committed constant gang rape, Lindsey Graham's not going to care, because Lindsey Graham has an R next to his name, and Brett Kavanaugh has an R next to his name, and Brett Kavanaugh will ban abortion and gay marriage, and Lindsey Graham is against both those things. And I just want to end this by pointing out that Al Franken was forced to resign, and Keith Ellison is currently under investigation. In far less time, by the way. His accusations started appearing about the same time as Kavanaugh's. And they did the same things, and in Franken's case, actually less than Kavanaugh did. And Kavanaugh's about to be one of the 9 most powerful people in the country. Gotta love America. Gotta love him. But anyway, we've actually been ignoring Donnie for the past couple of weeks. And who could honestly blame us? Now, this isn't completely his doing. This is the doing of the Department of Justice, however it was under his name. Department of Justice sues California over net neutrality law. This is from The Hill. The Department of Justice on Sunday night sued California over its new net neutrality bill, a little over an hour after Governor Jerry Brown signed it into law. If you don't know, Jerry Brown, who I think literally had a book about him called The Man in the Empty Suit, he did something that was worth suing over. I don't know how you do that. And mind you, of course, net neutrality is a good thing. This has been proven, and then once it's signed a law, the Department of Justice, nope. What happened to states' rights? And of course, this is Sessions doing. We'll get to him in a minute. The lawsuit claims the California bill is, quote, unlawful and anti-consumer. That's a downright lie. Because it goes against the federal government, quote, deregulatory approach towards the internet. That would make sense if California was part of the federal government. It's not. Since it's a state, it's part of what's known as the state governments. Okay. State legislators began crafting legislation last year when Trump administration rolled back net neutrality rules. California Attorney General Xavier Bricata, in a statement after the bill's signing, said it was a win in the battle against the president's agenda. While the Trump administration continues to ignore the millions of Americans who voice strong support for net neutrality rules, California, home to countless startups, tech giants, and nearly 40 million consumers, will not allow a handful of power brokers to dictate source for information or speed at which website loads. And now this is where Sessions get involved. Because Jeff Sessions is, of course, behind all this, because he's a bought-out shill. That's been established at this point, and now he's currently suing it over it. And that is sad. Now, before I sign off, I say, first off, net neutrality is obviously a good thing. Second off, did you see the Brett Kavanaugh hearing parody on SNL? You need to see that. It was hilarious. Anyway, I'm Ephrom, and good night.